You're driving down the highway in 2026, your odometer just hit 65,000 miles. Suddenly the temp gauge spikes, you lose power, and white smoke starts billowing out the back. If you're in a Ford, you might need a whole new engine. If you're in a Volkswagen, you might just need a tow truck and a credit card. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are settling the debate that has mechanics throwing wrenches across the shop. It's the battle of the turbos. Ford's EcoBoost versus Volkswagen's TSI. We are diving deep into the data, the class action lawsuits, and the catastrophic failures that are plaguing these cars right now in 2026. Which brand is draining your wallet faster? Let's find out. Before we tear these engines apart to see why they fail, we need to talk about the symptoms. Every day, my inbox is full of messages from panicked owners. If you own a Ford or a Volkswagen, you have probably asked yourself one of these 5 questions, and if you haven't yet, you will. Question number 1. Why is my coolant low but there isn't a single drop on the driveway? Question number 2. Do I really need to buy that expensive European spec oil? Question number 3. Wait, is my timing belt actually inside my engine? Question number 4. Why does my gas car sound like a diesel tractor when I start it? Question number 5. Can a software update fix this turbo lag? Let's answer these right now because the answers might save your car. Question 1. The disappearing coolant. If you are a Ford owner and you're topping off coolant but see no leaks, stop driving. You aren't leaking externally, your engine is drinking it. This is the hallmark of the EcoBoost block failure. If you ignore this question, you destroy the engine. Question 2. The oil debate. Volkswagen owners ask if they can use the cheap stuff. The answer is a hard no. Volkswagen engines run hotter with tighter tolerances. Cheap oil breaks down, creates sludge, and kills the timing chain tensioners. That $30 saving on oil will cost you $3,000 in repairs. Question 3. The hidden belt. Ford owners are often shocked to learn their 1.0 liter EcoBoost has a wet belt, a rubber timing belt swimming in hot oil inside the engine. It's not a simple swap, it's a major surgery. Question 4. The diesel sound. If your Volkswagen TSI sounds like a tractor on a cold start, that isn't character. That is the death rattle of a loose timing chain. You have about 50 miles before it jumps a tooth and valves smash into pistons. Question 5. The software fix. Both camps ask if they can tune out the lag. In 2026, if you lose power, it's rarely software. It is mechanical hardware failure, usually the wastegate or a clogged cat. No laptop can fix a broken metal linkage. Now you know the symptoms. But why is this happening? Everyone talks about horsepower, but nobody talks about the engineering flaws ticking inside these blocks. Here are the top 5 failures causing those problems we just talked about. Number 1. The Ford coolant intrusion. The block flaw. Problem number 1 is the Ford silent killer. Coolant intrusion in the 1.5 liter and 2.0 liter EcoBoost. This connects back to that disappearing coolant question. Ford designed small grooves between the cylinders to help cooling. The problem? The metal between the groove and the cylinder is too thin. Over time, heat cycles crack that metal. Coolant sprays into the cylinder, washes away the oil, and warps the piston. This is a design flaw, not a maintenance issue. In 2026, we see this kill engines just as the warranty expires. Number 2. Volkswagen's plastic fantastic water pumps. Now, let's look at Volkswagen. Their number 1 silent killer, the thermostat housing and water pump module. Volkswagen decided to build this critical component entirely out of plastic. It sits right next to the engine block, which gets extremely hot. Heat cycles make the plastic brittle, it warps, and it cracks. Unlike the Ford, this will leave a puddle. It's not usually an engine killer if you catch it fast, but it is a guaranteed $1,200 repair bill that seems to hit every Volkswagen owner right around 60,000 miles. It's not if it fails, it's when. Number 3. Ford's wet belt disaster, the 1.0 liter EcoBoost. Back to Ford for problem number 3. If you drive a smaller Ford with the 1.0 liter EcoBoost, you need to listen up. Ford uses a timing belt and oil system. They put a rubber belt inside the engine, bathing in hot oil. They claimed it would last the life of the engine. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. In 2026, we are seeing these belts degrade, the rubber particles flake off, drop into the oil pan, and clog the oil pickup screen. This starves the engine of oil, and boom, your engine seizes. It's a ticking time bomb that mechanics hate working on. Number 4. Volkswagen's carbon buildup, the breathless engine. Problem number 4 is exclusive to the way Volkswagen designs their direct injection, TSI engines. Carbon buildup. Because fuel is sprayed directly into the cylinder, it never washes over the intake valves to clean them. Over time, hard carbon deposits bake onto the valves. By 70,000 miles, your Volkswagen starts to feel sluggish. It idles rough. It feels like the turbo is tired. It's not broken, it's just choking. You have to pay for a walnut blasting service to physically scrub the valves clean. It's a maintenance cost Ford owners rarely deal with to this extent. Number 5. The turbo wastegate rattle, both brands. And finally, number 5. A problem they both share, wastegate actuator failure. On both the EcoBoost and the TSI, the linkage that controls the turbo boost gets loose. You'll hear a metallic rattle when you let off the gas. Eventually, the turbo can't hold pressure. The difference. On many Volkswagens, you can sometimes adjust or replace just the actuator. On many Fords, the wastegate is welded into the turbo manifold. If that tiny linkage fails, you are buying an entire new turbocharger assembly. So, we've seen the symptoms and the causes. Who fails more in 2026? The frequency winner, Volkswagen. If you drive a Volkswagen, you will be in the shop more often. Water pumps, carbon cleaning, oil consumption, it is a high maintenance relationship. But these failures rarely kill the car instantly. The severity winner, Ford. Ford's EcoBoost failures are less frequent, but much more deadly. When the block cracks or the wet belt shreds, you aren't repairing the car, you are replacing the engine. The bottom line, buy the Volkswagen if you're willing to spend money on strict maintenance to keep it running forever. Buy the Ford only if you have a rock-solid extended warranty. Without that safety net, the EcoBoost is a gamble I wouldn't take this year. I want to hear from you. Did your EcoBoost drink its coolant? Did your VW water pump explode? Tell me your horror stories in the comments. And if you want to avoid a lemon, hit that subscribe button. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.